And we live. Yo, this is the first time that I've done film review since 2019, 2021. So it's been a minute that I've actually gotten on here to intentionally grade and evaluate. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Joel Heath. I will call myself a journeyman in the NFL. I was an undrafted free agent, worked my way from the bottom, found an opportunity in a niche. I was a run-stopping defensive end. You put me in the game first and second down so we could get our rushers out on third down. That was my role. I was a fourth down goal line stopper. That's Joel, okay? So here today, I'm going to be breaking down some film. This segment is called Film Don't Lie. Because film don't lie. Listen, if any coach sits down with a player and evaluates their film, they're going to find out everything they need to know about their performance. It just is what it is. So we're going to break down three series, just three series of defensive play. Now my focus, because I'm a defensive lineman, is to look at technique, running the right games, are you fitting the scheme, and then of course the big plays. We're all about the big plays here on Film Don't Lie. Because listen, coaches evaluate us to critique us, and sometimes that can be kind of diminishing. I'm gonna just be real. And in many ways, it makes us better. But for us, we get to celebrate the highs and even the lows, the moments in the game. And so you get my perspective as a player. So we're gonna get into this. Y'all can't see me over here on this camera yet, but I'm here. We here. And we'll be able to evaluate the film. Y'all can see that little logo. I work for a group called I9 Sports, youth sports group. I'm retired, so I'm just kind of gradually easing my way back into football, and this has been a good segue for me, being able to teach the youth and make just a little bit of money doing it. God's been good to me, so I can do stuff like this creatively and give back, in a positive way. And so I'm a little bit rusty on the keys. This software is a little bit different, so bear with me. And also, I was a Houston Texan, champ, AFC South. I think we won it back-to-back, 2020, I don't forgot. Who was that? That was 2015, 2016, or it might have been 2015, 2017. I don't know. This is my age, actually say it. 2019, I was way off. The 2019 champs, we won it actually 3 times, if I can recall. But yeah, we're about to cue the film up, break it down, and get you in and out. And you're going to kind of hear my perspective. You're going to hear my points of view on defensive line play and really what I look at when I'm thinking about what makes a player great. Because look, y'all, there's so many great players in the league, and that's evident. Y'all know it. And that's why y'all watch it. So we're going to get into it now. The game we're about to watch, let me go ahead and pull it up now. The game we're about to watch is the Houston Texans versus the Detroit Lions. Now, why are we watching this? Because obviously I played for the Texans. This was last year. And I also played for the Lions. So it's kind of a bittersweet moment for me to be able to see this come to life. You know what I mean? When I watched this game on TV, it hurt me a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, just thinking about, man, I could have been on the field and that would have been such a crazy opportunity and da-da-da. But then I had to remember, I had so many good moments on the field of play. Y'all, I got to do so many incredible things. I got to play in my hometown in Cincinnati on Thursday Night Football. Y'all, that's crazy to be able to say that. I salute myself for the achievement. And now we got it, right? But the cutest film up. Like I said, we're going to do 3 series. I got it on 22. That you can see all 22 players on the field. And we're going to get into it. And we're going to be watching the Lions defensive line. That's what we're going to be focused on today, the Lions defensive line. And I just want to evaluate the talent, the players. It's also a little bit personal to me in the sense that one of my former teammates, DJ Reader, he played for the Lions, or he still currently plays for the Lions as this is being recorded. So I get to watch him too, and that's nostalgic. You know, I don't know many of the guys in Texans now, but my last team was the Lions, so I'm more familiar of that crew. So that's another reason why. So let's fast forward here. And what I love about the NFL film is you get the side copy and the back copy. So you get to really, break down the film, see all the angles, and, even watch guys' pursuit to the ball. You don't miss a detail. First series, side copy. Yep, first series, side copy. Let's watch it. Let's break it down. Y'all see me? All right, we got DJ in the middle. Okay, we got DJ in the middle. I'm not sure who 91 is yet. We got Aleem, what's his name? They call him Mac. I call him Mac. I always called him Mac. And then I believe this is the young guy they just drafted last year. So I would say they were pretty solid on the defensive line front, particularly in the interior. Having Mac and DJ hold it down here as anchor pieces, I already knew it was damage. And DJ getting old. I think this is year 9 or 10 for him. So he's getting old, but he's still stout, still a veteran, still make them savvy plays. Gotta love it. First thing first, number 91. He stood Buddy up. He stood him up completely. And this gave them help because, normally you think about the front side, like they always preach, set the edge and build the wall, right? Mac did a great job holding it down, condensing that pocket. I know y'all see it. Pocket's condensed, right? He did a great job. They got great hands, everybody across the board, even DJ getting double, great hands. He's got more of a scoop block. They were trying to scoop him out, but it's all compressed. And that's what you want. So then your backside guy, he can come and clean it up, right? Now he's making the big play. And that right there is a sign of a great defense. Can you stop the run? Especially, look, first play, y'all done got negative yardage. If not, it's evened out. Great job up front. And then, of course, you got the linebackers. They come and fill the hole. Defensive line make it easy for you. If you can build a wall like that, every trip, linebackers, they gonna have a field day. And go to the next play. Let's see. But I prefer the back copy. Okay. I see you 9-1. That looks like Levi. Yeah, I think that is Levi. Levi, listen, y'all. Levi is strong. Like, he is ox-like strong. Like you get a bull and you put him in the ring, that's Levi. Levi he gonna be stout the whole way through. Um, Same with DJ, same with Mac. That's a solid up front to stop the run. Now I don't know about the pass game. I don't know what they had there, but that's two great plays in one series. The play that they just ran, it's not easy to stop, especially as you get tired and you get fatigued later in the game. You know, them I can't, like I said, I'm a little bit rusty, y'all, so I can't remember all the terminology. But one thing I do know is that when you have to play sideline to sideline, especially as a big man, you get tired quick. And so it's so important for us to have subs and sub a guy in. Like, okay, the first series, I get it. But once we start getting to series 3 and 4, and y'all keep running that same play, and I got to keep skating down to the sideline to pursuit, that'll wear on you. And eventually that play end up breaking. We'll see how it goes. Okay, decent rush. That was a great game. You got Levi in the middle, okay. You got your two linebackers. They set it up pretty nicely. Levi could have showed up a little bit earlier. I will say that. Levi could have showed up just a taste earlier on the backside of the play. Right there. He could have showed up a little bit earlier, but listen, he got a nice pressure on the quarterback, and that's not an easy ball. You know, that's great play by quarterback and wide receiver. Can't be mad about it. Pascal, that was the young guy they brought in, number 93. That was my number in Houston. Pascal, okay. Like I said, I'm gonna get back these terminologies. I'm still remembering them a little bit. But from the play that I just seen, what impressed me again is up front. You know, dogs. Stuffed it, y'all. Like, that play is supposed to break for at least 5 yards, 5-10 yards. He could have cut it back, but he had nowhere to go. You get what I'm saying? They well played, schematically speaking. Excellent job, great series. Even with that completion, still great series. You gotta finish. Okay. Excellent. So they out the gates with it. Detroit is out the gates with it. The emphasis I want to put on this is if you can stop the run, if you can make a team one-dimensional, you essentially can stop an elite caliber team from putting up numbers that they normally put up. 30, 40, you know what I'm saying? In a game, you gotta make them one-dimensional though. So the fact that they're stopping the run, despite them little 10, 15 yard dink passes that they're getting, is an excellent start. Let's keep going. Mac in the 3 tech, DJ in the 1, 2 okay. Yes sir. Let's swarm. You gotta love good defensive play. When you get every hat to the ball, y'all, it makes a difference. I can't stand seeing lazy teams like, you could have made a TFL, but you over here loafing, you jogging. Effort to the ball. We used to count it out. At the end of the play, how many people were at the ball? If all 11 were at the ball, that's an A+ for the defense, right? If you got dudes straggling over here, straggling over there, we're gonna call you out. This is a great representation of a defense that has effort, believes in their effort. I love to see it. I told y'all I'm gonna give credit where credit's due. It's all about celebrating our players. Ooh, that's a tough play. I don't even know what you could do with that. They played an unbalanced front, right? I do remember this one. this schematically is a play you run knowing that we need more people deep. What I don't think they accounted for is the middle of the field. Typically, when you have a condensed field in the red zone, um, you're more prone to get situational football where they're trying to get it in the middle of the field. So somebody should have accounted for that. They should have had enough people. They only got really two guys rushing. They only got two guys rushing here, but let's see how it goes. I didn't get a chance to see it fully. All right, so they got this imbalanced front. That was a bad, to me, that was a bad call. You leave a good quarterback like CJ. You give him such a lane to throw the ball, easy money. I don't know what that was. Maybe that was an MA. Pascal's a young guy. I know Mac is 3 years in it. I don't think they should have both took that side the way that they did. I think there was supposed to be something else there, but somebody didn't show up, and then that cost them. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but that's an easy first down. And now you in the red zone. Officially, you've given them life again. Great tackle. Great tackle. Gotta love it. He's reliable. These guys, these names and stuff, like I said, I'm a little bit rusty. I'll get back to the rhythm of it. We'll probably watch some more Lions film this year to evaluate, and I'll get back to updated with things. But I'm in the grieving process. So as I'm working through this and taking my steps back, it'll all come back to me. Mixon, that boy a baller. He gonna make a fantastic play, and well deserved. That's why he got paid, right? And nothing you can do there. Nothing you can do there. Great play, great ball. Nothing you can do. Okay, so that series over. My review. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. If y'all think differently, let me try to get back to the screen. Yeah, we're gonna edit that out. We're gonna edit that one out. All right. Y'all see me? So y'all see two pictures. Here's my take on it. My take on it was Series 1, they started out hot. They just couldn't stop the pass. And it was short passes. The offense, they kept them alive. They had big plays. They would get a tackle for loss, and then they would get them back in the game. It was too inconsistent, in my opinion. Is it the fault of the players? I don't necessarily think so. I think they could have drew up a better call. That last one on third down was very controversial. I don't know what that imbalanced front was, and if somebody was supposed to be there in the middle of the field, but you never leave your quarterback, the opponent quarterback, that open to be able to have throwing lanes like that. You just don't do it. Even if CJ didn't run the ball, but let's say he did run the ball, he might have scored a touchdown there. You know what I mean? He's, of course, a savvy quarterback. He wants to have longevity in his career, so he prefers to pass it. But no, you don't do that. So what we're gonna do is, I didn't expect this to go so long, but I had a lengthy introduction. What we're gonna do is, I'm gonna do one more series, and then we're gonna cap it off there and continue forward. Let's get back to it. All right, back at it. And just so y'all know, I'm that black dude who need to put new batteries in his fire alarm, but has not yet. For whatever reason, I don't know. It's a thing. It's a real thing. Also, nah, I'm just kidding. I don't have it up here, but it's in one of these boxes, and I don't know where it is. Actually, I think I see it. Hold on. Yeah, I think this is it. Nah, that ain't it. Cause I just had it off. So nah, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure eventually. We're gonna figure out the fire alarm situation. But let's keep going. That's somewhere else. So that's 7 on the board. Offense is back. Let's fast forward. See if this prestigious offense can put up some points. I can't remember this game. I would imagine because the Lions won. And they did. They did. Rolling through it. Yeah, they swarmed them. Still playing. That's a long series. Gosh, right? Romeo Cornell. He, I don't know if he's still in the league or not, but he was our defensive coordinator. He became our head coach for a second. It was such a crazy year, but we love Rack Romeo. That was our guy. Like, you could just always depend on him being the same dude. And he somehow, some way, after all them years playing, coaching in the NFL, he really cared about each player. Like, he was really invested into my situation. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we back. We back. All right. First play of series number 2. All right, we got a G front. G front basically means there's a 1 tech and a 3 tech, 2 ends on the outside. They playing a little bit too loose, but I would imagine it's because of the scheme. They do that. Houston, I noticed, switched up from more of a power offense to somewhat of a West Coast offense, which is I'm not used to that, but it makes for entertaining football. Another identifier right here. This is how you know, even on the first play of the game, that you're going to get something, either quick pass or a screen or a pass, right? First off, you can look at the tackle stance. That's number 1. Light fingertips, right? Light fingertips. You can look at the spacing between the offensive line. This don't always work. This preset read doesn't always work. But every now and then you can get it right. Probably about 65% of the time as you're watching film. You just got to know the opponent. You got to study the opponent. Also right here, he split out to get out. What does that mean? This running back is split out wide, wedge between the guard and the tackle to get out. Okay? So that's a big identifier that it's probably going to be a pass. Now, what pass it is, that's all based on what you understand about the team and the statistics of what plays they typically run. Okay? Good play. Nothing there. You normally quick pass, elephants on parade, things like that. You normally don't get much out of the defensive line. So we can move on from that. They're getting the ball out quick. It's really impressive. a bit of misdirection, right? Motioning guys over, especially key players, getting them out in the flats. That's it, right? Make a quick ball. Hope your DBs can catch them, can defend. But they kind of having their way with them. And then you got Mixon. Mixon gonna keep hope alive. They got him bottled up pretty good though. These first two series, I'm really impressed. Mixon is a big body. So getting him down like that, you got to be an impressive tackler. Yeah, like I said, they trying to get him the ball and it shows. It's really incredible. That was a great play. Not much you can do when the ball is coming out that quick. That's 4 seconds. Not much you can do as a defensive line, but pursue the ball. And you see DJ. The thing, DJ is a 10-year vet pursuing the ball down the field. 10-year vet, watch him. Pursuit drill. Still got it. I get it. He could have, you know what I'm saying? Maybe 5 years ago, he would have made that tackle. But the fact that he as a leader is showing that effort and is still on the field, that tells you a lot about the defense. And then that was holding. So he got it. That's a vet move. He had him dead to rights. That has always been DJ Reader's bread and butter. Push the offensive lineman back, shed the block, make the play. He has had so many TFLs from the fundamentals of being a defensive lineman. Steal rods, right? Extension. Get them off you, make the play. Again, I'm a little bit rusty, but I get my terminology and all that stuff back. Give me a little bit. Impressive way to stop the bleeding. They're doing really good stopping the bleeding right now. Shouldn't have gotten to this point, but it did. And DJ is still out there, still making it happen. I see you, Pascal. Way to get downhill. To me, you gotta have an elite rusher right there. That was enough time for you to get a sack. You gotta have. You need your guy back. You need Hutchinson back, right? Hutchinson, he would have feasted off of that moment right there. You get what I'm saying? It was incomplete, but in crucial moments like that, you need a really good rusher. Like your cornerback shouldn't be out here making a sack. And you just got, look, watch. In a clutch moment, who's that, Houston? Houston was the spy. Yeah, that was a great call by the coaches. The spy. They learned from the last series. Did you see that? Did y'all see that? They learned that if you give CJ Stroud a pocket to fill in, right? If you give him that space, he's gonna make a play. So what they do, they got a spy, and they just got a sack. That's the difference between a coach and a coach. So that's it, y'all. He obviously they made the stop, got the field goal. They lived to play another down, right? No, I'm sorry. They just scored a touchdown. No, I'm sorry. They just got the field goal. They lived to score another down. Let me stop it there. Go back to the screen. All right, thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said, I'm not in my studio, not in my space. daughter's in the other room asleep. But I'm trying to introduce more content like this. I'm gonna get all my terminology back, all the things that I remember, and get back to my playbook a little bit, kind of get more evaluation. But that's pretty much it. That's how I'm gonna go about it. I'm gonna get a little bit quicker on the sticks, and make sure I can go back and forth pretty quick. But for the most part, that's what you're gonna see, and you're gonna get a lot more terminology and the behind the scenes of things, the different players that I played with, and all the things that make you get a chance to be a part of things. So, Film Don't Lie. As you can see, this first 2 series, it showed a team that was battling, on the defensive front, battling, dealing with some injuries, some setbacks, but still prevailing in some way, stopping the run and just swarming, being available, being around the ball, making those critical plays to survive, because sometimes that's how it is in games like this, especially against good teams. You got to survive until the end. Something gonna pop off eventually, but you got to keep surviving. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got. We'll tune in. Like I said, I'm gonna get a little bit better with this, but Film Don't Lie. All right, y'all. Peace and love.